What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with some Destiny 2 news, and we've got a bit of a mixed bag of updates today. The first thing we're going to talk about is the release of a new Final Shape trailer. This actually happened late last night, or I guess probably early evening in the US, but it would appear PlayStation accidentally managed to release a trailer a bit early on one of the platforms, and since Bungie hadn't actually made that announcement, they went ahead and posted the trailer anyway, so we now get a look at that. We'll talk about the destination, story elements, returning characters, and more. And then additionally, we'll talk about some updates coming to the game this week, some changes that we'll get in the patch at Weekly Reset, and some other updates relevant to the game in the next few days. So, as always guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today and find it useful. If you do, a rating below very much helps us out on the channel. But without further delay, let's get into it. And the first thing we should touch on here, but we get a new trailer for the Final Shape, and this is called Journey into the Traveler, and it certainly gives us a more high definition look at a bunch of the destination, but also more of the story components, dialogue from key characters, returning enemies, and much more. So I guess the first thing we should do is check out the trailer in full.
When I woke up in this place, I could have almost believed it was paradise. I feel the light flowing through me. It's everywhere. The ground beneath my feet is a memory. So is the grass and the sky. The warmth of the sun on my face. And around every corner, every familiar hallway, I keep expecting to see you. But instead, corruption, a blight, sickness spreading through the Traveler. Because the Traveler's where I am, isn't it? This disease, I can feel it too. Something in the pit of me knows it won't stop after it's consumed this place. You, me, the entirety of everything and everyone we know. It wants to infect it all. We gotta stop what's happening here. Now. Before it's too late.
A final shape is coming.
And so there we go. The Pale Heart is certainly looking pretty cool. And as I said before, it's nice to get some more sort of high definition images and a look at the variety on the destination. There's some cool flipped upside down stuff. And of course, we hear the voice of Cayde 6. And we see Cayde 6 right there on the Pale Heart itself. But also some of the internal spaces and the sort of darkness architecture in the Pale Heart are extremely cool. And as the trailer progresses, we sort of move from that earthly traveler style spaces where we've got the tower into these much darker zones where the vibe is totally different. A bunch of spoken previously about how this destination will be quite linear, but additionally we get a look at a bunch of enemies and characters, and it's curious because within the trailer, obviously, we see darkness enemies like the Tormentors and members of the Dread enemy faction, and then we spot what is possibly Kel'Garath returning for the manyth time in Destiny 2, but equally in there we spot Savathun, Mithrax, and Empress Keitel. There's also a scene for a split second where we can see the Vanguard mentors as well as the Crow sitting together, so these will be little cutscene snippets from the story, and as well as members of the Dread enemy faction, we see a new Darkness boss, who's quite possibly a strike boss for the Pale Heart destination. So there's some really cool stuff in there. Be sure to let us know what you guys think in the comment section. A bit of an unexpected late in the day trailer, but nonetheless, it gives us a better look at Final Shape, and I'd love to get your thoughts down below. Moving away from future content though, and let's talk a little bit about some updates coming to the game this reset. And we are going to get a new patch at reset, so there'll be some server maintenance leading up to it today. And one of the things that Bungie should be dropping is an update for Onslaught. So, as Bungie said said a few days back, we're adding 2 additional weapon rewards to Onslaught and buffing Trophies of Bravery drops to help address issues where players aren't running full 50 waves or are leaving in early rounds. It's a Bungie are given a chance for 1 additional weapon to drop when you complete a wave, and the drop chance will increase per wave until you get a weapon, with the drop being guaranteed on wave 50. But additionally, Bungie have said a bonus weapon will also drop after you complete wave 50 in either difficulty, so both of those changes combined means that completing 50 waves will guarantee 2 additional weapons. But Bungie are also increasing the number of Trophies of Bravery that we'll get by completing waves 40 and 50, as well as waves 30, 40 and 50 on Legend difficulty. So keep in mind those changes dropping this week. Certainly it's going to make acquiring weapons, especially when you do higher wave runs, yeah, it's going to be much more rewarding. And Bungie have said, given that Shaq's vendor can't be reset, and that engrams no longer drop once you've maxed him out, one of the goals with the additional trance for the weapon to drop is to increase the total rewards earned. But so hopefully overall that's going to be a positive update this week, and as well as the existing weapons in the loot pool, Hammerhead and the Forbearance will be added this week, so a couple of extra juicy things to go after, and if you want to check out a video with all of those weapon rolls, I will link it down below. A final thing to add though, and Bungie have been messing around with special ammo inside of Trials, and I have highlighted that beginning this week, Trials will return to the ammo meter system, as opposed to it using crates as it has in the past couple of weeks, so just a minor thing to keep in mind, but of course it will affect Trials of Osiris gameplay fairly significantly when it returns on Friday, so give us your thoughts about that, and otherwise, I'll keep you posted with patch notes when we get them. I'll have the vendor reset and the coverage for all of the new content this week later on, so keep it locked and loaded here on the channel, get subscribed and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any content. Once again, give us your thoughts on the final shape trailer that we've got and any of the changes that we're going to see this reset. And otherwise, as always, I very much appreciate you guys tuning in today, and whatever you get up to, I'll catch you all very soon.
I could have almost believed it was paradise. I feel the light flowing through me. It's everywhere. The ground beneath my feet is a memory. So is the grass and the sky. Warmth of the sun on my face. And around every corner, every familiar hallway, I keep expecting to see you. But instead, corruption, a blight, sickness spreading through the Traveler. Because the Traveler's where I am, isn't it? This disease, I can feel it too. Something in the pit of me knows it won't stop after it's consumed this place. You, me, the entirety of everything and everyone we know. It wants to infect it all. We gotta stop what's happening here. Now. Before it's too late.